we all know, in second year we have to opt for our major and minor. So what recommendation will you give to a master student that what factors they should know before selecting their major and minor?
I think two things are very important. One is what the student likes or what the student finds interesting, and the second is what the student can be good at. Uh, for example, if someone is very short, like me, if someone is very short and they want to do high jump, pursue, think that they will win an Olympics in high jump or long jump, that is not physically possible. So we need to understand what are our strengths and weaknesses. Especially a lot of students choose finance and are not comfortable with numbers. So that's not a very good idea. Similarly, if I'm choosing marketing but I'm not very good at interacting with people, then that's not a very good idea. So we need to identify what are our strengths, what we can be good at, and second is what we'll really like. Because if we don't choose something we will not like, then obviously we will not do well in it. I am very, very against choosing something just because it is currently in trend, because that doesn't work in the long time. Trends keep changing, and if you are not interested in it, you will never excel in it. So just because it's something in a trend, you will soon get frustrated and leads to a lot of problems actually later on. So this would be my take on it.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, you can please recommend a book that had a significant impact on your life, and you believe that it would be beneficial for the youngsters too.
I think the one book which has influenced me a lot is 1 Minute Manager. It's a very small book, and I read it at a stretch in about an hour. So it's that interesting, which basically explains how if you have a very clear thought. So he's a manager. He's a big boss, and he has several managers, and he gives each manager 1 minute to come and discuss their problem and go back. So he doesn't interfere every day, which very clearly shows that if you are very well organized and if you have a clear plan and strategy, then with very limited time you are able to achieve anything. So he's so well organized and so well planned that he doesn't need to spend hours with his managers. So he chooses the right manager, and then he just give, when they have a problem they come and he solves it in 1 minute, and that's it. That's why it's called a 1 minute manager. So if you have a clarity of thought and if you have well planned and organized things, then you will be able to do things pretty well. So the book pretty well explains how that can be done.
As you are also a MCOM coordinator, so how do you manage your time and work?
So I also, for example, if I know I have a class, then I make sure that half an hour before my class I do not do anything else. So that half an hour, I spend thinking what I am going to do in the class, how I am going to teach it, what case I want. So cases, first is I have my class pre-scheduled in the beginning of the semester. So these are the cases or these are the exercises that I want to do for a particular topic, and it is more or less pre-decided how much will be covered in each class. A little bit depending on how students take it may move a little up and down, but it is pretty well pre-organized. So I don't need, so in the beginning of the semester I spend 2-3 days making sure everything is in place. The exercises are in place, the cases are in place, everything is in place, so that I am not rushing just before the class. So, and before my class I try the last 15-20 minutes I'm not doing anything, so that I can think what I want to do in my class. As far as MCOM program is considered, most of the work comes out of the blue, because mostly students suddenly come and say, "Ye nahi ho raha." Last from yesterday they're having problem with their timetable. So it's a very random issue. As and when it comes, we have to address it. I think the most important point is to stay cool, to keep relaxed and think, okay, it will be done. Let us see how it will be done. Give me 5 minutes, let me think about it, but it will get done. So typically, I think if you just keep cool and give it a few minutes thought, then most things get solved pretty easily. They're not really as complicated as they initially look. So they can be done.
So ma'am, being calm and composed helps us a lot.
Yes, being calm and composed helps a lot. Experience also helps a
Yes.
lot. So from my past experiences, what I have faced with students or with the university at times, that also helps in knowing how to deal with it in future. So yes, experience also helps.
Okay. So ma'am, everyone has a life mantra. So what is your life mantra to tackle all around the things that you have?
Take life as it goes. Don't be rigid about anything. Try to stay calm and cool no matter what the problems are. Stand by your family and friends. I think that is something which I have added post COVID, is to always stand by your family and friends no matter what. And
So thank you so much for giving us your time, and we gain a lot of insightful knowledge from you. Thank you so much.
thank you. It was my pleasure too, and I hope students find it useful.
Definitely, ma'am. Thank you so much.